And the mistake we make is that we don't see the relationship between money and time. The way that you've been spending your time is to earn money. So when you think about doing better with your money or changing your money or growing your money, you automatically think it's going to take time. Welcome to the MoneyFITMD show. I'm Dr. Latifat, the founder of MoneyFITMD. We want to change the narrative where women physicians use. My job is to let you know that's going to be. I have to surround myself with people that are doing crazy things. If you're a woman physician and you've ever wondered what do I prioritize first? What do I prioritize when everything just seems so important and equally important? Maybe you've been listening to the podcast for months, for years, and you're like, Latifa, I want to address my finances, I want to invest, but something else always keeps coming up. Or maybe you've actually started your financial journey. Maybe you're already an investor. But there are times when you're like, Latifa, there seems to be so many competing things for my attention. What do I do first? This episode is going to be for you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is a real life practical situation that so many women physicians go through. And when you don't know how to make the right decisions, it can actually be very, very, very expensive. So I'm going to cover why you and how some tips that I think will be helpful for you on how you can start to prioritize things in a way that creates your best life. Are you ready? Okay, I'm excited. I'm Dr. Latifat. I'm a physician. I'm a money coach for women physicians. I have the joy and just the privilege of being one of the hosts. Well, not one of the hosts, the founder of MoneyFITMD. What am I talking about? One of the hosts. I'm the host on this podcast, but I'm the founder of MoneyFITMD and Money School for Women Physicians, which is a one-of-a-kind community for women physicians that are building wealth, that want to create a legacy for their family. Before I go on to the episode today, I just wanted to take a quick moment and just give a shout out to one of the doctors that left us a review on the podcast. I haven't done this in a while, but I want to do it. This is FXGI Doc. Big shout out to you. She said, if you're seeking the wealthy life, Dr. Latifat's podcast is a breath of fresh air. In a world where managing your finances can feel like everybody else has the answers but you, she proves that you can take control. Her episodes are short, direct, and powerful, just enough to spark momentum and help you make real change toward a wealthy life. She's authentic, inspiring, and brings on incredible guests while generously sharing her own personal journey. This isn't just financial talk, it's real life empowerment. Plus, she offers truly helpful resources you can start using right away. A must listen for anyone ready to take ownership of their financial future. I want to just say thank you so much for that kind review. Guys, the reviews you leave mean so much. So much. And the reason why is sometimes when you're recording this, we're almost at 300 episodes. It's a labor of love, right? So sometimes you're like, am I talking to the wall, to the windows, to the walls? I don't know where that came from, but you get what you get. That's what we do here. But seriously, though, it just helps to know what you guys are liking, what you would like to hear more of, what episodes you're commenting about. It really does make a difference. And even much more important than that is it helps the systems, the algorithms recommend us to more people, which means that more physicians can get the gift of financial freedom, real talk for real women, real life and financial empowerment, because it's not good enough that you're good with money. It's not good enough that you're learning. We want the whole village. We want all the packs. So if you're in organizations, if you're in a Facebook group, if you have friends group, go ahead and text episodes that you find helpful. You may literally save a life. You may literally be impacting someone's next generation to the next generation to the next generation. And if you leave us a review, maybe I'll be able to give you a shout out. And I just want to say thank you. It's so easy. Takes literally 30 seconds. Just scroll down whatever platform you're listening. Leave the 5 stars that I love. And if you want to go the extra mile and leave the comments, I deeply appreciate it. Okay. So one of the conversation that I want to have today, and I'll give you an example of what it may look like. So this is a typical example of a woman physician that's like, okay, I'm earning good money, maybe earning $350,000 a year. and I'm doing all right. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, but it just feel like if I stop pedaling right now, the the ship is gonna sink. If I don't keep earning, if I even cut down on my time, the ship is going to sink, right? And what that tells me is that you are earning money, but you haven't learned how to make the money work for you. You haven't learned how to position the money to be able to do the work that it's meant to do. So imagine someone that's thinking like that, that maybe is in that situation, which may be you. However, anytime you've considered taking action, making moves, getting help or support to help you in terms of like accomplishing your goal faster, you are like everything else seems more urgent. Suddenly you're like, but we have to pay for childcare. We have to pay for the extra gym that we've never been to. Oh yeah, I'm working on my diet right now. I want to get better with my eating. I'm trying to be a better parent and all of that. So it seems like there's excuses that jumps out of nowhere as to why this is not important right now and why maybe your finances is not important right now. And I will tell you that if you're experiencing this, you are normal. You are normal. This is most likely your brain trying to resist where it feels uncomfortable, because what ends up happening with human brain is that many times, I mean, think about it. How many times you're like, that looks painful. My brain tells me that's going to be painful. Sign me up. Whoopsie doopsie. Woohoo. Right? No, many times we're not thinking like that. And so if you have positioned your financial wellness and doing money as something that you think will be painful, it would make sense that you're avoiding it. It would make sense that everything else seems more important. In fact, you may start to look for things, including taking extra shifts you don't even need, so that you can create evidence for why this is important, why this is not important right now. And the thing is this, for some of you guys, your money may not be important right now. But I want to caution you about that thought, because I want you to look at your life. I want you to look at the things that you're doing with your time and ask yourself the question of like, what would be helpful for me right now? What do I desire the most right now? Because one of the things that many physicians desire the most is time. Time for themselves, time to hang out with their girlfriends, time to hang out with their spouse, time to spend time with your kids, time to do that hobby that you like. Like some of my clients do things like painting, dancing. One of my clients picked up like tap dancing. One of them picked up just like hanging out with girlfriends, where it's like once a month or so, they just get together, like have coffee and enjoy life. Some of my clients picked up literally drawing, like painting. That would not be me, because that ain't my. I admire it. I don't do it because I could do it actually. One of my friends picked up guitar playing. Right? There's like no limit to the things that you could enjoy doing with your time. But you want to ask yourself, like, what is the number one factor that my number one problem right now for many of us is time. And the mistake we make is that we don't see the relationship between money and time, right? And the reason why is because the way that you've been spending your time is to earn money. So when you think about doing better with your money or changing your money or growing your money, you automatically think it's going to take time. When the actual truth is the opposite, which is when you do your money, it actually gives you the time, the mental capacity to be able to do the other things that you want to do, including Zumba, dance, rest, travel, vacay, whatever you want to do. There's a woman physician in the money school who literally was just sharing with us. She's a single mama, badass woman physician who I remember about 2 years ago on her vision board was like, I would like to be able to travel with my kids as a single mom. And she shared with us just like, I don't know, 1 week or 2 weeks ago or something like that, about the fact that now she's done like 7 vacations with her kids as a single mama, including international. That does not mean she's not investing. No, she has more assets. Her net worth is stronger. She has physical assets. She's investing in her time. She's investing in rest. She's taking solo time as well. And she's an academic in a subspecialty that is historically called a lower paying specialty, a subspecialty, right? So the reason why she's able to do that is because she has figured out the money, and that has now given her the ability for her money to grow without her exchanging money for time, number one, but also so that now she has the mental capacity and the mental, it really is capacity and the mental ability to be able to actually think about other things apart from money because now she has time. So I want you to be very, very careful about how you are positioning time versus money. You thinking that getting good at my money, learning how to invest and grow means that I'm going to be spending additional time away. That's not what it is. It's actually going to be giving yourself more time, right? So there are some, I would say about 4 benefits that I would say that women physicians that I've worked with that are growing their net worth, doing their money, have reported. But like when I think about myself, right? That was my concern too. When I started, I was like, shoot, how am I supposed to get time? I ain't got no time for none of this stuff. Like, I'm a busy mama of 3 little ladies. What am I supposed to get time for all the stuff? And I have the time because I'm not overworking, which means that I get to serve in ways that I never thought I could serve before. In fact, I was walking my kids recently to a camp that they were doing locally. And I saw that, I think it was a food bank in the local area. I'd set up some tents and we were able to walk over and ask them, like, how do we volunteer? When can we volunteer? And all of that stuff. And my kids and I are going to be able to potentially do that. Right. And that means I get to have time to serve. Yes, we're already donating our money, but there are some things that you want to spend your time with that actually is more valuable than even money for you. So part of that is relationship, part of that is giving to some extent, impact projects, fun, vacation, creating memories, right? So the reason why it is urgent and important for you to not ignore your finances and stop saying now is not a good time is because number one, you are literally acquiring financial loss by leaving the benefits of compounding interest on the table. You are literally a losing financially. That's number one. Number two is the emotional capacity that I talked about. You're missing and losing on emotional capacity that you could have to be able to take care of your kids, hang out with your family, be able to rest, guys. I wonder, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's why I'm even like able to take more naps because I have more rest. Part of that is because of the money, but part of that is also because of my daily practice of prayer, meditation, reading my Bible, the prayer call that we do. My husband and I will host a Monday through Saturday prayer call. That little is like game changing, life changing for so many people that have been able to join our prayer call. It is a Christian based prayer call. Is that something you're interested in? Feel free to send me an email, Dr. Latifat at MoneyFITMD.com. Just, ask me for the link, or you can just send me a message on Facebook. Actually, someone sent me a DM earlier today as well, asking for the link for the prayer call. But you can literally just send me a message so that I can share that with you because, it's hard to rest when there's so much on your head, right? One of my clients was saying recently that it has been like when she first joined our community, she was, I call it constipated in her head. She will laugh if she hears this episode because that's something that we laugh about. Like she was constipated in her head. But now she's walking with like a pep in her step, just lighter, having more fun, more brunch. She's doing her investment, she's growing her business, she's serving people. And there's just so much benefit from a mental, from an emotional perspective that is hard to quantify. And so when you're ignoring this part, you literally are dragging out for yourself your time to emotional relief. And that is so expensive, so expensive. Number 3 is the memories and relational connection. There's something that we teach in the money school that's called the 10 arms of wealth. This is like a game changer when it comes to like embodying wealth, how you invest, how you spend, how you have wholesome wealth. And so this part is about memories that's a result of the connections that you can have with the people in your life. So whether it's your partner, your spouse, your family, your kids, I still have memories of when my dad passed a couple years ago, how we all like got on a flight and took a vacation. We booked like this huge mansion in Vegas, had the time of our lives, took pictures, like family pictures, and we did not know that that was the last time we're all going to be together as a family, right? The memories of that. When I think about the ability of the vacation, the sabbatical that we took where we traveled the world for almost a year with the kids, like what's the impact of that on their brain? It literally changes their thinking and their life forever. Like after that trip, we changed their school because their brain is changing, their thinking is changing. And so when you look at what the cost is of not just the memories, but the impact of the time, the legacy you building, the knowledge you transferring to your kids, the experience, and not just like vacation where you like take a picture of your keyboard in a fancy zip code. No, I'm talking about like meaningful experience where you really get to pass on generational wisdom to your kids at an early age so that before they get snarky or too snarky, you already like impacted them with some wisdom. And the last but not the least that I'm going to mention is impact. The impact. The impact. The impact of your work. The impact of your presence. The impact of your impact. Like when I think about MoneyFitMD and the work we've been doing over the last 5 years, the only reason why I could do MoneyFitMD the way that I have is because I faced my money. I did not know that MoneyFitMD was going to come. I did not know that real estate investment was going to come. I did not know that sabbatical was going to be something that I even desired. I did not know that working a week, a month was something that I was going to desire. None of this was on my 10-year plan, a 5-year plan, a life plan. Was not. But the only reason why one thing led to the other was because I started. I started. There was a woman physician in our community who shared that, like I was talking about the arms of wealth, one of the arms of wealth that when she joined, I'm like, this is the one you need to work on, was growing her investment, but also resting more. And I remember she shared with us, I think she joined us about 2 months ago. And she shared with us that Latifah, because he challenged me about rest and we came up with a recipe, how she was going to get over like the brain drama and all of that. And she was able to do, she said, I rested. And after resting, I was invited to something. And I said, yes. She said, I probably would not have gone if I did not rest. And after she got invited to this thing, she actually got invited to something else where now she's going to be taking an international trip to hang out with people, all because she chose to do her money, all because she chose to rest, all because she chose to say yes. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful. And as always, if I can be of support, if you're a woman physician who was listening right now and you're like, Latifah, I need to have the space for women that are bosses like me, like you, that are building wealth, that are taking the lead or co-lead and building the financial security, economic stability, net worth growth, wealth, legacy, freedom for their family. The Money School is probably a good place to check out. So you can go to moneyfitmd.com/money coach. We'll also have the link in here as well. You can submit your application. We'll take a look. And if you're the right fit, we'll let you know. All right. I love you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Goodbye.